I've been thinking a lot about video game characters. A good character doesn't always need to be well written, complex, or visually interesting in order to captivate an audience. Just look at Kirby. This guy is a pink ball with a face, and all he says is yet he's one of the most beloved and widely recognized characters in gaming. Things get even more interesting when a game offers multiple selectable characters. Basically every modern hero shooter features at least 20 playable characters, with games like Overwatch and Marvel Rivals each offering nearly 50 characters. And then you have Smash Ultimate, which has one of the most maniacal character select screens ever conceived. Even 8 years after its release, this select screen still looks like a mod to me. How else are you gonna have 86 character slots on one screen? And how the hell does anyone decide on which one to use? Most people will find that they gravitate towards a specific character archetype, whether it be the consistent all-rounder, the agile sneaky ninja, the bullshit fucking sniper, or in my case, big,
goofy guys.
When I pick up a new fighting game or hero shooter, I always pick the biggest dude on the screen. Heavy, Potemkin, Roadhog, King Dedede. In their respective games, these are the characters I identify with. Why? What is it about these characters that make them stand out to me in particular? Well, as an example, let's analyze Roadhog. Overwatch is full of characters that use these high-tech, futuristic weapons, each with bespoke, often complicated-looking reload animations. Meanwhile, Roadhog just kinda shoves a bunch of bullshit into his gun. To withstand the sheer firepower of all the bullets, laser beams, bombs, and rockets, the tanks in Overwatch are equipped with shields, mechs, and heavy armor. Roadhog can't even be bothered to put on a fucking shirt. He instead mitigates damage by being fat and hitting blinkers on his custom vape. He doesn't just stand out amongst Overwatch's cast either. Look at his shotgun. In other FPS titles, this is a weapon type that encourages you to get up in your enemy's face using whatever movement abilities you have at your disposal. Roadhog saw all of this and said,
"Man, that looks really hard. I'm just gonna bring the enemies over here. That sounds easier."
It's Roadhog's fundamentally unserious nature that makes it feel like he shouldn't succeed against Overwatch's other characters, so when you do succeed with him, it feels all the more satisfying. I feel the exact same way about King Dedede, but for different reasons. You see, King Dedede is a contender for the worst character in Smash Ultimate.
The third worst character in the game, in my opinion, is King Dedede. He doesn't really have anything.
He's a super heavyweight fast faller with slow attacks and an even slower airspeed. Even with his above average edge guarding and his fantastic ledge trapping, these aforementioned traits are what put him at a strict disadvantage versus the majority of Ultimate's characters. Against his most difficult matchups, Dedede needs to be actively outplaying his opponent for the entirety of the match. So when I manage to defy the odds and win that seemingly impossible matchup, it truly feels like I'm the one who bested my opponent, not my character. Although, I obviously don't feel this way when it's clear that my opponent is extremely unfamiliar with the Dedede matchup. Something I've come to appreciate about Smash Ultimate is that despite its massive roster, even the lowest of low tiers have so much nuance and room for skill expression. I've spent so much time playing Dedede that he feels like an extension of myself. Every action is effortless, yet deliberate, driven by countless hours of muscle memory. As a player of the third worst character in the game, I will sometimes lose to players less skilled than I am, and that's okay, because sometimes I'll win against players even more skilled than me. I think the reason I love playing as the big, slow character is because it feels like I'm overcoming a limitation, like I'm beating the odds just by holding my own against my opponent. When I play as these characters, win or lose, as long as I played my best and I had fun, that's all the gratification that I need. Before I wrap up this video, I want you to think about the characters that you choose to play, and why you play them. Do you play them because you like the way they look? The way they sound? Do you just enjoy your character's abilities gameplay-wise? Or maybe you find them really funny? Or maybe it's all of the above.